Viral videos of kids repeating mantras or self-affirmations in the mirror to start their day. That'll make you smile and laugh, but what they're doing actually works.
It really does.
Yeah.
The science says so. So here to break this all down is psychologist Natalie Dattilo with Brigham and Women's Hospital. Dr. Natalie, so good to see you again.
So good to see you too. Good morning.
So let's start with the obvious. What is an affirmation for someone who's never done one out there?
What a great day to be talking about affirmations.
Right? Everyone's a little fuzzy today.
Yeah.
Affirmations, we typically think about affirmations as these positive self-talk sound bites.
Yeah.
Or even these little quips that are designed to boost your self-esteem or provide some motivation or encouragement. We often think about them starting with I am, like I am strong, or I am healthy, or I am worthy, and I am enough. But they don't have to. You don't need that for them to work.
So what does the science say about affirmations? What do you say to people who are naysayers, who are like, oh, that's just the woo-woo stuff? I just see that on TikTok.
Sure. Well, the science has shown, the studies have shown that using affirmations can help boost your self-esteem, help you manage emotions during times of stress, improve your academic performance, and help with things like goal setting and decision making.
Yeah.
But there's a key. The affirmations have to be believable. And so that's part of the work that's involved in creating
You have to believe it yourself.
Affirmations.
So is it almost like a fake it till you make it kind of thing? Because a lot of people have a lot of negative self-talk that goes on here, and we've talked about this before. Can you almost like trick your brain into believing these things?
Sort of. There's a process involved.
Okay.
So no, not like right off the bat. So self-affirmation theory suggests that we are actually motivated to maintain a positive sense of self and for our behavior to match those positive self-beliefs. So there is a process. It's deciding what it is that you want to believe about yourself and then behaving your way into that belief.
So it's all about tangible things, but how do you know if it works? I guess what's the return investment, right?
Well, I think it shows up in your day-to-day life. It shows up in how well you're managing stress, how well you're interacting with other people. It may not be something that you're consciously thinking about all the time, but it is operating in the background.
So let's come up with one. So people at home are like, okay, I'll give it a whirl, right? What is there to lose? So how do you come up with your specific mantra, and when's the best time to practice it?
Okay, those are great questions. So I have like the ABCs. So starting with some self-assessment, some self-awareness, any time that you spend in self-reflection is going to help you develop really effective affirmations and really boost your practice. The second part is the believability piece, and I'm going to come back to that. But the third is the C. It's the committing to the behavior that's going to help really reinforce and strengthen these ideas about yourself that you want to believe. So you could start with just making a list of writing down, you could start with I am, 50 things about you, 50 things that you believe to be true about you, or even some things that you would like to believe about you to be true, and then work
good
your way
exercise.
Yeah, no, seriously. So while we have you, you were on Mom to Mom last year talking about toxic positivity. Can you give us a rundown of what that means and sort of how everyone can address it?
So toxic positivity is related in this believability factor. So we want to think positive, and that's a good thing, but we can't just put a positive spin on something or a negative situation and then turn it into something that it's not. Same is sort of true with affirmations. You can't just say something that you don't believe and have it be true.
What I learned in that conversation is you can have too much of a good thing. And originally I'm like, toxic positivity sounds like an oxymoron, but you can actually have too much of a good thing. So you can actually check out that entire podcast that we did. We'll throw up the screen here. All you have to do is take a screenshot of this, and it'll take you to the conversation that I had, a whole half hour with Dr. Natalie. It was so interesting. So it's good to have you here in person.
So great to be back.
We need to hear more often.
I know.
I'd like to come back
the beginning of every week. We need our affirmations. Thank you so much.